New configuration for the cart. I'm going to be using this CITIO crate, which is now holding my 300Z and 200X and cabling, everything, stingers, all in one. So I really enjoy that. And since I'm going to be going to South Florida twice a month for my retainer client, I'm trying to double dip on it. So I'm going to be near Miami. We're going to go skate Lot 11, my favorite skate park in South Florida. And then on our travel day back, it lines up perfectly with high tide in Palm Beach. So I'm bringing all my snorkeling equipment, fins, masks, snorkels, everything. And it's just, I'm trying to take advantage of this retainer client being positioned in Palm Beach and it being scheduled so I can plan things around it. I don't really like retainers, but for this purpose, it works really well where I can combine work and play. We are halfway between Orlando and Palm Beach, and now I have to go back to Orlando because I forgot my teleprompter and the stick mic. I just called 5 different shops and rental houses in Miami. No one has it. So we were gonna go and enjoy the day in Miami, but now we have to go 2 hours back to Orlando and then do our 3-hour drive back, just because I forgot to put 2 things into the car.
I'd say it's pretty important. We shouldn't be wiping like 20 times.
Well, I was getting to it, okay? I mean, wait, I don't know what's above this. Can you put it up? Because I need to see her line. I don't know where I start. Oh, okay. So, heck, the lady in this next video used my method too.
Got it. The entire day was filmed on a phone. My camera has just been sitting in here, not touched, fully charged, formatted, ready to go. But we did the whole day on this. A super popular question I get during my consultation calls is people trying to set up consistent work. They want retainers. I'm on the opposite side of that perspective. I don't like retainers because it seems like every time I have one, cool opportunities pop up and I always have to say no. However, this client was a one-off client and then it became a repeat client. And then they said, we just like working with you so much, we'd like to get you on retainer. Now, when I hear that, I think of 2 things. 1, are you trying to get me for a cheaper rate and offer volume? Because I do not care about that. That is the opposite of what I want. 2 is, do you just want to get dates on the calendar? And it was the latter. So I don't mind doing that. And now we are doing our bi-monthly shoots up through September, and this is just something completely new. It's so different from what I normally do. I'm able to say yes at a moment's notice to all these cool new opportunities. And actually in the next vlog I'm going to show you guys, it is the downside to having your calendar all booked up. I'll just get into it now. A couple weeks ago I saw a production hub listing for PA work. I said, I have a week open. Why not fill it up? They accepted my rate, and I said, that's great. It's free. It's money, and I'll be able to get work. Also, my girlfriend will be able to come in as a stagehand, which is basically someone who just kind of moves the furniture, cleans up the set, gets it ready for the next keynote speaker. And as we got closer, her position got let go. I had to stay on, or not had to, I stayed on, and I have never had to say no to so many new gigs. I got offered to DP a police crime docuseries show in New Mexico for 7 days, and I had to say, no, I'm sorry, I have prior commitments. Then I got offered a 2-day shoot in Florida for my buddy Adam. Nope, I'm sorry, I have prior commitments. And then I got offered to film Swim Week in Miami, a runway, catwalk. Nope, I'm sorry, I have prior commitments. I will never do this again. And it's not so much saying no to a low rate. It's saying no to a low rate for 7 days because there will inevitably be more inquiries that come in, whether it's in the middle, at the end, the beginning, and you have to say no to all of them. So if I do take PA roles in the future, which I have no problem with, it's only going to be for 1 or 2 days. I am not going to lock up my calendar for something like this again, because it costs me way too much money. So we are packing everything up. Most of the gear is not going to be needed. However, what I will be using is the DJI Mic 2s, because we're going to film some phone content outside. I absolutely love the hard case for this and how the hard case fits in the soft case. The Rode Pros, Goes, all of them do not have this configuration. All right, second location is going to the beach, and this time we are not bringing the big camera. We're only bringing the DJI mics and this phone, Apple iPhone 13 Pro.
I need to see the candy before I get in the van.
That is a job completed. Now for some snorkel fun. If you're like me and you didn't know that Palm Beach has one of the most popular diving sites in the US, it's right under the bridge, right under the causeway. Anybody can go there. It's free. You can just walk in. So that's why I brought all of our gear. This is just at your disposal when you're in Florida. And that's just something that I love about this state, is there's so much natural beauty that you can just access whenever you want. But it's only clean the hour before high tide. So if you come here and you're going to go to the Blue Heron Bridge, Phil Foster Park, make sure you remember that. Otherwise, it's not this clear. So I gave my girlfriend my fins, just so she had a little bit easier time. And then for me, just going au naturel, which actually isn't that bad. You know, it's salt water. The ocean is pushing all of its water in during high tide, and you just float. There's a nice little current, so you just drift with the current. It's going like a mile an hour, and then all of these things are placed in there, those reef type things and the boats and all that stuff. It's just a beautiful scenario, and I'm trying to take advantage of it because my retainer is here, and why not? I don't have to be home by a certain time. It's great. As I'm scrolling through Instagram, I get to see my work, which is cool because I rarely ever get to see the final deliverable. And the cool part is I have a whole vlog on exactly how this shoot was done, despite the inclement rainy weather, because the client needed sunny weather. I'm trying to stay very consistent with my combat classes, but it's super hard when I'm traveling all the time. And I got a gnarly leg bruise the other day, and that was from getting kicks, but with a pad in front of my leg, and it's still bruised up. So not too much to report here, just learning little by little, but I'm gonna let this roll for a second and then go into a free consultation call with AOD. But yeah, not much to report.
And time! Switch spawners, last word!
Whenever I do boxing and kickboxing, I'm just dead. But I need to rush back home because I scheduled a call because I'm in module 2 of the Art of Documentary. They do free, basically, consultation calls, and I need to ask Michael Del Monte about this project that I'm trying to pitch my retainer client, if I can get them out of TikTok style and onto short doc format. So he's done that a million times with Kino Body specifically. So I'm gonna ask him, how'd you do it? What are the best practices and what problems should I be looking out for? That's just one of the valuable things of being an art of documentary, specifically module 2. You get these free consultation calls. So I gotta rush home. I thought this was pretty cool. Right after I just filmed that clip, I got a text or an email from the Art of Documentary saying they added 700 plus new students during enrollment. Well, I know for a fact from my numbers, because I'm an affiliate, I brought in 80 students. So David brought in over 10% of their new enrollment, right? 700 would be 70, yeah. So over 10%. That's nuts. My little channel is chugging away. It just keeps bringing me closer and closer to maybe I should have my own digital product. But I will say AOD is a very well fleshed out machine that provides me a lot of value still, much less if it's your first time coming there. If you're unfamiliar with these group Zoom calls, you got to be in Module 2, like I said, but it's a one-on-one 10-minute block that you reserve. Now, everybody else on the call who is also in Module 2 can watch and listen, and that's where the value happens. Most of the time, I just tune into these. I don't have any reservations or reserve times. I'm just listening to what other people are going through, and it's huge value for me. This time, I had direct, specific questions that I needed to ask someone who has been in these types of situations before, and I got a ton of value that I want to apply to my retainer next time I see her. I'm going to pitch this idea because I think she's on board. So that's retainers. Sometimes it's fun. It has its cons. A lot of people are looking for the stable income. I don't really care about that, but it does give you something to grow upon while still leaving you some free time to do the things that you want. Also, this guy was huge, but that's the great part, is you get to test and experiment and see how you do, how many times you get bopped in the head, or just, yeah, it's good data. Let's call it that.